Hello, everybody. Uh, I have just logged in, and it appears to me that there is a build in the distance that may or may not resemble an airplane. And, I know nothing about this. I just want to say now, I know absolutely nothing about it. But I do need to go see what it is. I'm a little bit scared. This could be, it could just be one airplane, it could be two, and that's the big thing. And then also what model airplane and different things like that. Like, how detailed did this person get? I don't know. But I'm intrigued and I really want to see it, so let's just let's find out, shall we? There we go. So today is Friday, February 9th. It is currently 6:30 p.m. EST, and I don't have a whole lot of plans for today. I've been tired past couple of days. Hello, Beetle Party. Good to see you. I've been busy. Yesterday I didn't stream, as some of you might know. I had an event, and it lasted for about 7 hours, and I didn't get out of it till about an hour after the fact, I feel like. So it was really close to 8 hours of my time just eaten up by that event. And so I didn't stream. I was going to try to get one out of me, but I was like, there's no point. It would be such a bad stream anyway. So I kind of gave up on that plan and instead kind of played some games with some of my friends for a little bit and then went to bed. I actually fell asleep while talking to them. I was playing some Starfield. Oh boy. Let's take a look at this. We'll put a pin in that conversation and let me take a look at this. Let's go grab some rockets so we can get up there. After you look at the plane, can you come see my base? Yes, absolutely. We gotta look at the plane though. I don't know if there's anything in it. I doubt there is, but it would be kind of nice to know. And if I had to guess, this was probably Indigo that did this because they were asking me if they could build planes earlier, and I was like, probably. I mean, like, I don't see any reason why you couldn't. So that's my guess. Indigo probably did this one. Where are my rockets? Did they end up in my ender chest? They did. Okay. We'll take one more. There we go. Alright, let's go see this. When did you last see my base? I think it was on Monday, but it may have even been Friday of last week. Oh my gosh. It has a name. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Dang, those are some attractive towers. Would be a shame if... Okay. Okay. And I believe that is an indigo head. Let me just get a good look from this side. Yep. Oh my gosh. So, yep, our first act of terrorism has been committed on the server. Indirectly committed on the server, I guess. My gosh. What the heck? Okay. I I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Wow. Okay. Like, what did you see? You had dug a little bit of a hole, uh, into, like, the bottom, or into, yeah, dug a little bit of a hole, and then there was, like, a trapdoor elevator sort of deal, to get out of it, but, um, there was also a, vine to climb up in the other hole, and then you also had your skeleton farm, I believe, or was it a zombie farm? I think it was zombie farm. And that had its own little design. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that you had going on there. It wasn't much, but it was a big upgrade from when I last saw it. I remember that much. I spent maybe 7 hours upgrading it. Well, I definitely have to see it now. Let me sleep in a bed and then we'll test it out. Also, I've heard that the server's been crashing. Just know I am aware of that. I don't know if there's much I can do for it other than go through and clean out any unused chunks right now, but it'll only be a temporary solution because I'm sure everybody's going to go back and explore everything after I reset it. So, you know, it's one of those scenarios. I could probably fix it, but is it worth the time dependent on, you know, if it'll remain, you know, effective long term? I don't know. Can you? Thank you. I gotta say though, the plane really does add something. We might need to do some things in the air throughout here. I do like that. Gosh. Okay. Well, let me TPA to you, Cores, and or Beetle. Sorry, Beetle. Your name is the same color as Cores. And so sometimes I get your names confused. I don't know how. Like that's the only thing you guys have in common for me is the same color. I hope I got the right base in mind then. I think Beetle's the same base I was talking about. It'll be embarrassing if I'm wrong. I need a TP to you, right. TP King to Beetle. There we go. Hello. I did get the right base in mind, okay. Made by a Beetle party. Ooh, swapped out the vine for some water. I see. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, you've definitely spent some time here. Gathering just the wood alone is probably a painful task. Library? Ooh, okay. Still gathering up the books. Some carrots, potatoes, wheat, and storage. And it looks like you got yourself a little slime chunk over here. My gosh. I don't know where you keep all your rotten Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is where your mob drops go. I was gonna say, I'm sure you have a lot of rotten flesh. Wow. So you've definitely been busy. I can tell that much. Goodness. Looks like you might need one more piece of wood. I kind of have a fish farm. That's pretty cool. You don't see fish farms very much anymore, so I think that's neat. The water stream is a fish farm? Really? I guess it makes sense, yeah. They kind of just spawn and then flop around and die. This is pretty cool, man. You have to keep up the work now. I might dig deeper. Ooh. What you thinking we'll go down there? Maybe like an enchantment room or something? Maybe some brewing stations? That's a good idea. I need to make myself a portal at some point. Maybe not today, but in the future I'd like to make myself a portal. Gosh. I've got some plans for a portal, but I can't wait to see it, man. You keep me updated on this base. I'm liking it. You're doing some good things here. I might be on all night again. Oh boy. Well, I wish you luck on that one. If you need any material, let me know. I might have some of it. Goodness. This place is gonna be huge. Wow. Okay. Well, this is really cool, like I said. I'm gonna go back home. And you know what? Let's actually quickly go check Bionics, please. Thank you for the follow, Willie Dagoon. How's it going, man? Good to see you again. We are gonna go check out Bionic Space really quick. And I'm going to hopefully, fingers crossed, I run off this way and run into it. Let's see. Really well. How are you doing, King? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired. Really, really tired, but I'm doing good. Which I guess we could kind of talk about why I'm tired a little bit. Funny thing happened. Last night, you know, a long day. So I kind of turned on Starfield and was just playing some games, and I was talking to my friends while I was playing Starfield. And I guess I had fallen asleep at some point during that. And so, you know, all of a sudden I wake up to, "You're a really sound sleeper." I'm like, what? I guess I had fallen asleep while playing Starfield, and one of the characters had said that to me. It was really creepy that they knew I was asleep. I think I may have pressed the button while I was asleep or something, or I micro slept, and so I pressed the button. My brain shut off for like 5 seconds, and then I woke back up to that. I don't know. Either way, that happened. And then, you know, there's also those moments where they'll say stuff like, you know, "Man, you really are quiet today, aren't you?" It's just like, man, this game loves me. So I fell asleep shortly after closing off Starfield and all that. That stuff. After I woke back up from it, I was like, man, I should try to finish this level. I did not finish it. I just turned off the game. I was like, there's no chance we're getting anywhere. But now that we're a little more well rested. We're gonna be doing a short stream today, maybe 3 hours. Bionics has been busy. I gotta say, these walls are huge. AFK, alright, sounds good, Beetle. Let's go back to where I'm working at. Let's go back to the village. But I think I need to perhaps just maybe take a little bit of a rest day tonight, maybe tomorrow and Sunday as well. I am very tired as always. It's about usual for me anyway. So let's see, what do we want to do today? I was kind of thinking maybe we do some of the terraforming. And so we kind of finish up this little mountain section so that it looks more complete on this side. That might be the best bet, is to try to just complete some things. One thing we could do is get more quartz. I do need to finish sorting out all my shulkers. So maybe we do a little bit of that as well. We have a pretty good amount of shulkers over here. That all needs sorted. I believe there's about 60 more. I don't know. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I have 56 shulkers to sort out. Plus, I guess whatever's over here, which is 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. So, you know, I do actually have a decent amount. That's all deep slate. Let's go ahead and find all of our deep slate and put it in there then. There's a thing we can sort. Hi there, everyone in chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Captain Foxy. Good to see you. How's it going? We're just gonna be sorting out our shulkers and trying to get on with our day after that. Let's see. I'm good. How about I'm good about you today, sir? I am also doing pretty well. Pretty tired, but I'm doing pretty well as well. It's been a busy day, couple of days for me, really. On Thursday, so yesterday. Let's start with Wednesday. Wednesday was busy. I did a very long stream that day. You know, it was 7 or 8 hours, I think. It may have even been longer than that. I don't know. But the point is, it was a long day. And so then I had to turn around and do another event on Thursday. And so basically because of that, I didn't sleep very much, if at all, that night. And so it turned into just me kind of trying to get work done here and there, but I was basically a zombie for the entire event, it felt like. And I did that for 8 hours. Around 8 hours anyway. And then I was going to try to stream after the event, but I just couldn't. I could not get myself to do it. So I did end up ending that plan, but it was still very, very tempting. I will say that much. What do we want in this one? Maybe we move our ores, because I think I have a ore box somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I'm building a SS Norway 2 cruise ship, still under construction company, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Minecraft with interior and exterior designs. That sounds amazing. I haven't seen very many cruise ships in Minecraft, so it's a pretty unique idea, I think. I will say that is probably one thing I should learn how to do, is build boats and such. Okay, I have a lot of gravel in here as well. Let's keep those in here, actually. I might take all of the gravel that we have and try to put it in that box, depending on how much we have and how much ores we have. Okay. Gonna put this over here. There we go. There's more ore. In creative mode, yeah. I would not dare try to do a cruise ship in survival without having it already all planned out. Gosh. I could already imagine the pain. Okay, let's come over here. And I don't know if I have anywhere for the granite, so let's just take care of that. Put it away for somewhere, or put it away somewhere for now. Okay. Gravel. Alright, we're all good there. This really just tells me that I need to make a storage room. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. I kind of would like to do one in the mountains, but I'm not sure if that would work out good or not. It would be cool though. That's for sure. Okay. We have a decent amount of sand. I wonder if we could do a sandbox. Let's try. I'm doubtful we don't have like a ton of sand, but I know we have a little. So I'm kind of banking on that being enough. I mean, we just have a little bit here and there. I have been kind of toying around with the idea in my head. I don't know if it'll happen though. Because, well, there's a lot of reasons why it might not happen. And I've had the idea before. It's a big commitment. But I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to start a hardcore world. On one hand, it would give me another Minecraft thing to do that's, you know, not viewer joinable. Which is one of the upsides to it. As much as I like doing the SMP with you guys and stuff, it can be a lot at times. So, you know, I don't know if that would necessarily help or not, but it's one of my thoughts anyway. I'm gonna take all the glass from the box over here. Let's see if we can kind of add it to the other one. You know, it's a lot to do Minecraft content in general, but especially with, you know, viewers and all that stuff, it can take a lot of time up. And so I was just kind of thinking about maybe possibly doing a hardcore series. However, again, I don't know if I'll do it. It's a lot of work. It is a ton of work to do that kind of stuff, especially if you die a lot. Which I am known to do. I do die quite a lot, so... What if we try to go down to just oak wood in this one now? Or maybe just any wood type, as long as it's related to wood in some way. And then we'll just kind of go from there. If we can start shrinking it down to not including other things, like, you know, being one wood type only, then even better. Which I think we'll be able to do. That's not a difficult task. Okay. I guess saplings count too. Okay. No blocks will stay, because we'll probably put those in a different box. Probably the redstone box. Yeah, let's try to go down to just oak wood in here then. Okay. Come on, there we go. That should be fine. And then do I think I have a redstone box somewhere that already has trap chests in them. I might not. It looks like I don't though. Okay. Well, it's gonna put the trap chest in here then, because we will need it later. It just doesn't go in my current chest right now. Sticks probably won't be in here. They'll probably get their own box, honestly. We'll see. I might have already had a wood box. Okay. We'll leave the shields for now. Oak sign. Okay, do those, some chests. Okay, take more sticks. Whoa. Okay. Forgot that was a thing that I have to worry about. I use light matica, and the stick is the weapon of choice for that game, or for that mod. And so, it oftentimes just throws things across your screen like, oh yes, you wanted this, right? It's like, no, not really. I just wanted to use a stick. Okay. Let's take the sticks out, and we'll take the sapling out for now. I'm sure we have more important things in here rather than that, so. I have plenty of oak boats. Let's take the boats out as well. Not useful for what we're doing today. Oak trapdoor, buttons. Okay. So now I just gotta do some sorting and we'll be all fine. Okay, that's fine. I think. I think that's fine. It looks like a box, you know? It's got all the materials I could need in said box, so it must be the box. What is the most fun weapon to use in vanilla Minecraft? Usually for me, it's just, I like swords. Swords are cool. However, I know that's not everybody's thing. So the axe is probably the best. I'd say in terms of, really, if you know what you're doing with it, it's probably the best, because it can disable shields. And it does hit like a truck. So, I mean, I don't know. I would say probably the axe. Yeah, that's what I'll go with. Okay, you're done. Stick you over here. All of you can go over here as well. You have the most fun using the axe? I think so. I usually prefer sword just because it's faster and I don't have perfect timing. But I would say the axe is more fun because everybody gets mad when you use it. It's like, I can't block. I can't block. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Sorry. I'm a little bit toxic. That probably hasn't come out just yet. I get a little bit toxic playing video games. If I can make somebody mad, then you better believe I will. Let's put all of our heads in a box. I have plenty of heads just kind of dotted around. Okay. Well, I thought I had plenty of heads, but now I'm not seeing any. have heads here. We won't need any of the armor. Phantom head. Okay. Well, I thought I had more heads than I did, but I did not. Okay. Yeah, today's gonna be a lot shorter than what I want it to be. I can already feel it. My back is not doing well. It's kind of like it's tired. It's tired in like the lower back and the upper back. Mid back is fine though. It's just those other two spots are fatigued. Let's combine all our golden carrots together. I don't know what I want to do next here. We have like a lot of something, I'm sure. A lot of netherrack. Okay, let's do all of our redstone stuff. Just looking for any more boxes that have a significant amount of redstone in them. So I think I have a couple of boxes that had a lot. You. And you. Okay. Well, it would make sense to go in here. We don't need lanterns. So we already have plenty of droppers, so let's do some dispensers there. We could do hoppers, a little bit of hopper. Take the goat horn out and the skulk sensor out. See, I have 3 spaces open, 2 of which are taken up by observers. Or 2 spaces in general are taking up the observers. We don't have. What do we not have? We could do iron trap door. I don't have note blocks in there. I do. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me... I don't really ever do redstone. It's like, this is where it's kind of a problem, I guess. I don't know what should be good in here and what, you know, what's not necessary. I don't use lecterns with any redstone whatsoever. I guess I'll double up on the hoppers, because I do use those a fair amount. And we could actually double up on pistons. And then we just gotta come up with 2 more items, which... repeaters are good. I'm back. Welcome back, Beetle. Maybe we do... extra block of... redstone. Okay. Okay, we have a couple more redstone things to fill up. I don't like it. Let me just grab anything that's redstone related. And I'm gonna take a quick little break, grab some water. Some more water anyway. And, kind of stretch a little bit and see if that helps it. Do you have 1 netherite? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm trying to think if I have it anywhere. I don't think so. It's for my pick. To like repair it or just to turn it into netherite? So if you need to repair your pick, I can get you a mending book. Just turn it into for more durability. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have one. I can kind of take a look around, but I want to say I don't. Okay. Okay. Guess take out anything that's not... That's not, what's it called? That's not redstone related. There we go. Words are hard. Did you guys know that? Ow. Ow. I have really bad hiccups too, apparently. Gosh. Ugh. I'm going to be right back. I'm just gonna stretch, water, do all the things, and hope that that helps. I'll catch you guys here in a minute. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. We're back now. Hopefully with a little bit more energy. A little question for you, I suppose, is how many of you actually intend on watching the Super Bowl? I guess that's more of a question for the Americans here in the audience, but I don't know who all is here, so I'm just gonna generalize and say I guess people from around the world can actually watch, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, who intends to watch? I might be. I don't know. It's it's one of those things that's like one of the few sporting events I actually do watch. Um, that and I'll watch some of the Olympics, but not much of it. Uh, so I don't know. Just question for you all. I don't watch sports, but I do play them. That's a reasonable answer. I'm going to watch it on your stream because you're going to stream it. I don't know if I should stream it. That would be great. That would be a great way to get some copyright. Oh boy. Be a great. Oh man. Now I'm thinking about ooh. I wonder how long it would take them to flag me for it. It would be terrifying. I mean I have gone toe to toe several times with what is it, Universal Music Group. And I've beaten them out on like all of their copyright claims, but I don't know if I could beat whoever's streaming the Super Bowl this year. It wouldn't happen. You'd get away with it. React Andy to the Super Bowl. See, reaction content I don't get because sometimes it's protected, but sometimes it's not. And so with the Super Bowl, my understanding is it's not really safe. You could do a like reaction, but you couldn't share the imagery or the audio. But you can show clips as it goes on. You just can't share like a full-on deal. At least from my understanding with copyright law. I mean, it may have changed a little bit. I have a random mending book. Okay. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. We'll keep the ender chest there for now. But it has to be like a for fair use anyway. That's really what you'd have to argue with the copyright there. You'd have to be able to say that your reaction is transformative to the content, and so it's actually, you know, enough to make it different, but for most people that isn't even true. Most people aren't doing enough to react to something and make it, you know, worth attention. I'd rather watch the real deal anyway. Watch it base boosted, that would be different. Oh my gosh, that would be. That would probably fall under fair use, weirdly enough. It would be awful, but it would be kind of funny. Okay, let's move all of this stuff out into another box. I just have so many, like, rails and such. And maybe it would be, you know, let's empty this one out and then put all the rails in. Give me that back. Do it with horrible microphone. A good old J Schlatt funny mic video. Gosh. It, you know, if there were ever to be a way for me to stream the Super Bowl, that would be the way. My gosh. Weird thing is I can actually see myself doing something like that. Okay, we're almost through all of the minecart stuff, it looks like. Oops, give me that back. I guess check over here, make sure we don't have any of these. And we don't. Awesome. Okay, oh my gosh, hang on, I just realized something. So, when autocrafters come into the game, you could do so many things. One of them being when you farm certain resources, say you have like an iron farm and a wood farm, you could run those two things at the same time and then have it run into the autocrafter and then have that autocrafter craft a certain amount of hoppers until the chest is full, which could then send a signal to the autocrafter to not craft anymore. And you could do this with like every single one of your builds too. Gosh, okay. So like you could actually have a full-on automated storage system that would even self-fill if it needed to. That would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take all the netherrack. And I think I'll be able to find a better shulker for it here in a minute. I know there's one over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. By the end of this, we'll have like a pretty good, and sorted system. Hopefully, anyway. So far, there's some netherrack. I was gonna say, I don't see any. Okay. I think this one's also done. Okay. So we need to find like a mostly empty box, I think, at this point. Like this one, it just has random vines. Ideally something with a little bit more, though. Like, for example here, some scaffolding. I know where there's more scaffolding, so let's go ahead and grab all of it from everywhere. And then put it all into that same box. So I bought a bunch of scaffolding at one point. And I just didn't ever use it ever again. Where is the Enderman farm? It's in /warps. go to the stronghold, and then when you go through the portal, it's just right behind you down the down this pathway. The warped wood pathway. I can't do /warp. Why not? Is it not? Does it say anything about it, or? It's not perms. Try /warps, like, with a plural S. That one might work instead. I'll have to talk to Unreal and see if we can fix that. Both of them should be working. I know the one with the S should on all platforms, but it might just be that it doesn't work for Bedrock, or it might be that it doesn't work on either of them, and I just don't have that permission set up properly. I don't know. But yeah, with the S, it might work. I don't know. Okay. I hear somebody's piston over here. Aha. I see. This looks to be a, yeah, this is probably a, obsidian farm. I doubt it has anything left in it, yeah. But it was worth a check. Okay. I think that was all of the scaffolding, but I just want to double check. Okay. I guess anything with bamboo at this point could go in as well. Yeah, that should be hopefully enough to constitute a full shulker. Hmm. Okay. Give me that, and we'll go ahead and put it over here. Just double check these. Yep. Okay. Okay, I want to do something other than sorting at this point, so let me sleep, and then we'll find something to do. Okay. Um, I still can't get over the airplane. I'm sorry. That's just it's funny. It's funny. Okay. let's fly up a minute here. So we can work more on the mountain range, which is something that I would like to do at some point, but I think we should wait. I'm not feeling it today. If you asked me like 10 minutes ago, maybe I would have, but I'm done. I'm not doing it now. We could work on the volcano some more, but again, I'm not feeling it today. So what if we do a little bit more villager trading? I have some emeralds, and let's go ahead and put them in with the, here it is, the quartz box. And then we'll eventually come back here and do more shulkers and stuff. But this will also give me a good idea on what I need to make a storage system for. Any of the bulk items, and then any smaller items that just need a new home. Okay. So those are all the blocks we're gonna need. More quartz. Okay. Just like this, we're already almost done. Okay. Look at that. That was pretty quick. Okay, set that there, and then over here, forgot to put in that, a little bit of bamboo. Could do a frog light box now that I think about it. Do I have any frog lights just laying around? This could be my new frog light box. So I'm sure I have plenty just laying around. And then I can go buy some more frog lights to fill up the rest of it. Because I don't know if I have enough to fill a whole box, but I know I have just enough laying around to that it's good to have some. Okay. Do we have any diamonds in my ender chest? I do have a little bit, okay. Go to spawn. And let's go buy ourselves some lovely materials over here. I really don't need much, I just need a couple of different frog lights. So 1 diamond for 3 stacks. We need, I guess we'll go ahead and buy 2 diamonds worth. Go. For verdant, we're gonna need 1 diamond's worth. And then for pearlescent, we're gonna need 2 diamonds worth. Just do all that, and boom. Okay. There's a box for all my frog lights. That makes it a lot easier now. I probably need to undo this box. I did it for Secret Santa, but this person never logged back on, so I never got to give it to them. So unfortunately, I have this whole box of just like some pretty decent gear. Really, I mean, it's not insane or anything. Like, it's got 4 mending books, enough diamonds to make a full set of gear, a couple of shulker boxes, and plenty of iron, and a couple of totems. It's not like it's anything, like I said, insane. Oh, okay. Now, that doesn't seem good. Was it just like disconnecting me, or did it crash? It looks like it just crashed. Why? Give me a second. We will find out. Restarting server, it just randomly shuts down. Let me see what's going on here. Run paper 1.20.4 on the oldest build. Or not the oldest build, but not the newest one. Can I get a newer build? Without going to the auto updating one? Because I don't want to update all the time. Because that breaks stuff. Okay. I don't know. That was weird. I'm gonna have to just keep an eye out for that and see if it keeps happening. Did it just duplicate the items? It did. Okay. I don't think it duped my diamonds, but I'm gonna still pay for it. It was 2 in here. It was 1 in here. And another 2 in here. Okay. I could have walked out of that building without having paid. Because technically, you know, he didn't lose any stock. But also at the same time, you know, it's about sharing the economy. And it kind of killed my economy just a little bit. But also, I have a lot of money. So, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal for me to just cough up extra change. I mean, I have, like I said, a lot of money. Okay. I'm trying to think of some more builds we could add around here to kind of make it look even more complete. We were kind of hoping more people would be applying for shops to put around the Coliseum. However, it doesn't look like that's going to be happening anytime soon, so maybe we need to throw something back there. I don't know what we would do, though. So I think it just needs more. I just, again, don't know what. Okay. Is it still retained? Yeah, okay. One thing I really like about the newest update, 1.20.4, is you can actually retain your command history if it kicks you off a server, or if you leave, it retains like your commands, and so you can leave and go and use that same command in another place. So if the server's crashing a lot, you can kind of go, oh yeah, well, I still need to do slash, you know, summon, Minecraft Breeze, no AI, you know, things like that. It's really helpful. Okay. Now I have plenty of frog lights, which is good. Just keep trying to shrink it all down. Okay. As for this one, I'm just gonna leave it over here. It's a whole beacon. It's a beacon in a box, so I want to leave it alone. Let's go back through and make sure we didn't miss any redstone, I guess. Take anything out of this redstone box. That's not redstone anyway. We can kind of all condense this down into one box, I think. And if we can, I'll also sort it. Okay, we're missing a little bit of space. Yeah, take the iron doors out. We'll find a different place. So put all the redstone dust up here. You know what, actually? We can turn all the redstone dust into redstone blocks. Like that. There we go. Do some droppers and... yeah, droppers and then a couple hoppers. Sticky pistons, normal pistons. Keep our slime blocks over here. Do a redstone lamp. Nope blocks. Target blocks over here. Trap chest here. Okay, that's good enough. That cleans out 2 shulkers for the price of 1. Okay. That's not good. And that's a different error than the last one. The last one was just disconnected. This one was connection reset. And it's because of return value 137, my old friend. That is due to memory consumption. Let me check this. It's back online. Yeah, I'm just checking to see if I can find any solutions to kind of satiate it for a second. Let's see, error code 1 is server's jar files either missing or not named properly or corrupted. Number 2 is certainly, in certain situations, this may signify a networking issue. 125 is your server's port is not binding properly. 137 is your server is out of RAM. Review the memory usage indicator in the control panel. I don't have that. I haven't had that in forever. If your server does not have a memory usage indicator, switch to paper spigot or sponge, install Essentials X, and run the GC command. Okay. So it has a max memory usage of 6. It's allocated as 2. It has freed up 1. The world has 5,000 chunks, 9,000 tile entities. Why does it have so many or no, not tile entities, sorry, tiles. Entities is 1,000, okay. I was gonna say, why does it have so many tile entities? I mean, maybe it does, maybe that's what it's referring to in tiles, but still, 9,000 is insane. Okay. Now that I know about the GC command, that's nice to know. So, why is it only allocating 2 when it has up to 6? That's the problem. Let me see if I can figure this out. I think I might know something we can try here. Get into the config files and see if we can update this. Okay. Console. Debugging messages. Hmm. Okay. I'm not seeing it in here. Can't edit that file. Shouldn't be in the bucket files, is it? No, it's not in there. Okay, server properties, I guess that's where we're gonna edit. Hey, Bebo, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just trying to fix a server crashing issue. But I'm gonna start moving around, hopefully in the near future. So, just bear in mind, I'm not intentionally doing nothing. Hey, when that happens, yeah, it's about usual. I think I know what's going on. Basically, the server only has 2 gigs allocated to Minecraft when it's supposed to have 6. And so it doesn't have its full resources available to itself. So I'm trying to see if I can figure that out, but we'll see. I run a server myself, so I understand it. Yeah. Yeah. I just gotta find what file that falls under. If it falls under any of the files, it might be something I need to contact support over. Which I'd rather not. I don't like dealing with them. Yeah, I felt that, yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing it in here either. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Let's see. How often does the server crash? I've heard that it gets as often as 20 minutes, but usually it's just about once an hour or something like that. With little to no reason. Okay, I have a server with 32 gigabytes of RAM. When I run every command of the lag plugin, it says the allocated is just 7, but the total is 32. Okay. So it might be a thing I need to manually take care of. This is fun, guys. This is so much fun. Okay, back. I think I might be able to find it in. It's not in here. Epic content. It's great. It's perfect content, really. It recognizes it has 6 here. 6 gigs. Show advanced settings. It's not in there. So why isn't it allocating more? Best content on Twitch I have seen all week. Absolutely. Facts. I'd watch this all day. Let's check the startup parameters. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if there's anything in here that I'm missing. Spigot Force upgrade world. Let's not do that. Okay, it's definitely not in there. Let's not mess with that. Okay, let me think. Do not delete. No, no, don't do that. Okay, okay. Let's see. Auto-optimize Minecraft server. Very aggressive. Don't do that. Trim all worlds. 40k radius. Don't do that. I didn't know they had that on here. Reset. Delete server files. Don't do that. Okay. Um. One more thing that I can do is just make sure that they don't have it in their knowledge base. Otherwise, I do have to look it up. Allocate RAM. Set Dynamap. Failed to bind port error. Allocate memory to your Minecraft client, but what about my server? Oh, I'm being hit. Hey, I was doing something, okay? Okay. You know, this is just for a client. Okay. Alright, time to put in a support ticket. I'm being hit again. Really? Dude, okay, let me fly somewhere safe. Let's sit on top of the plane. This was Indigo, right? Yeah, it was Indigo. I figured. I just needed to confirm that for myself. Alright, give me 1 second here while I file a quick little ticket to Shockbite, and I guess we'll see what happens. Stop code 143 is server was terminated by an external factor. Okay. Well, we're using 137. I'm putting this on a high priority. What email do I use to sign in? I think it's this one. So I want them to be able to find my server if it's having an issue. Let me see which one I use. Dang, this is great.
Hello there.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, Bebo. It's great content. It's the best content you guys have ever seen. Shockbite. Alright, buds. You are gonna all pay dearly for your inaction. What server or what email? did I use this with? It was that one. Okay. Allocating more RAM to my Minecraft server. Hello. I run a server with you all, and it has been experiencing many crashes almost daily. I have checked the console for a reason as to why, and it seems that it is due to error 137. Not enough memory. Alright. Now that we got what I know out of the way, let's tell them what I suspect. Upon further inspection, I have looked into my RAM usage and can tell that I am only able to use, I think it's 3 gigs, right? 2.8 gigs. I'm only able to use 2.8 gigabytes when I have purchased 6 gigabytes. I believe there is an error somewhere. However, I cannot fix this in any of the pages that I have access to. Exit code 137, also known as the killed status, can occur when a container or pod is terminated due to high memory usage. This can happen when a container's memory exceeds the memory limit provided in the pod specification. Exactly. We love exit code 137. Story of my life. I actually upgraded to 6 gigabytes recently, too. I believe we were running 4 initially, but now it should definitely be a lot higher performance. So I'm gonna see if this will work out. Also, now that the server's been up a little bit longer, let's try another /gc. Also, welcome to the server, Bloody. Okay, now it's allocated to 4. What? Okay. Wait, I can join? Yeah, absolutely, man. What the heck? So, initially it allocated 2.8, and then it jumped to allocating almost 5 gigs, 4.7, 4.6 gigs. Interesting. Hey, Tablespoon, welcome to the server. There's more chunks, too. So if I run it again, you're gonna say anything different. It is adding more chunks. Interesting, okay. It is I, the great Bebo Stebo. Welcome to the server, man. Okay, how did it just add 11 or another 1,000 chunks? I'm so confused. And it only has 800 more memory to go, even though it has a maximum memory of 6. I'm still not getting it. Still not getting my 6 gigs, so I'm able to only use, or when I look at the RAM usage, I can tell that I'm only able to, that I am only allocated 2.8 gigabytes or 4.7 gigabytes when I purchase 6. I believe there's an error somewhere, however, I cannot fix any of this, any of the pages I have access to. Thank you in advance. Alright. I'm not a robot. They'll probably tell me something like, that's how much is allocated to... They'll probably tell me your server only comes with 6 gigabytes for your entire system. You only get actually a certain amount allocated as needed, which would suck, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's usually what they'll tell you. It's farming time, let's go! Take it you like to build lots of farms. I wish I enjoyed that as much as I used to. But I do not, unfortunately. Not anymore. I do want to build some more farms in the future, though, especially when the crafter gets added. I'm going to be playing a lot with the crafter. Okay. Now that that's all been, you know, taken care of, at least for now, let's go ahead and try... And I guess we'll make like a nether box, maybe? The only farms I make are carrot farms, oh boy. The server's carrot economy will be mine, let's go! We love to see the ambition. Oh boy. I really should make the carrot farm that, or it was the potato farm, but we could make a carrot tower. The original plan was to do 3 towers, so, we could do, or I guess 4, because we would have done, beetroot as well. Wait. It didn't... I did this. Okay, it rolled back pretty far then. Okay. Well, you know, that's fine. Okay. Gosh, everything hurts. Do you sell that mending book? Yes, yes I do. Or I should. Yeah, I have it. Let me... I'll go to spawn and I can give it to you if you'd like. I mean, there's a couple of things I could do to turn down RAM usage still. Almost robbed you, all good. Your skins were just similar enough. I saw the red and the black and I was like, that's good enough. The underscore somewhere in the name. I'm poor. That's okay. Do you want anything? I have some iron somewhere. Not in here. If you want some iron, I can bring you some. Some sticky keys. Oh boy. Yeah, sticky keys are fun. I'm good. Okay. Well, let us know if you need anything. Oh boy. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could do to possibly help with the server lag, like other than just trimming world chunks. Because that's basically what's happening is the RAM is pulling from the hard drive, and the hard drive is pretty full. Even though it's unlimited SSD, which is not true. So, I don't know. I probably need to just contact support about that and see if they'll tell me about their unlimited SSD that I supposedly get. We all know it's not real, but they advertise it like it is, so you know. There it is. Alright. This is what I love about Minecraft. And mostly just running servers. Alright. I am curious, one thing. Paper build 415. I should probably put in Minecraft. Okay. .416 is out now. Yoink. Congrats on getting the first redemption. Okay. Y'all slow for real. Putting them all to shame. Okay. Let's come over here. Okay. Conduit API, check for server jars and plugin directory. Okay. Oh no. My anvil broke? Where's my crosshair? Oh no. And over here. That was back in 2016. Okay. I'm gonna assume it's not a paper issue then. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's fine. Hopefully, Shockbite will get back to me. I think this is one of the servers where I did upgrade the RAM. So they may have ticked over some things, but not all the things. I don't know. It might be a way one of the plugins is playing around with it, and they can at least give me some insight into that. Where's my hotbar? Oh no. It sounds like you might have encountered a bug. The Shadow Realm. Usually relogging it. Oh, I think I pressed the button. Okay. What device are you playing on, Beetle? PC? Okay. If you have an F1 key, press that. See if that fixes it. That one usually will hide your hotbar and stuff. I don't know if it's the case on PC as well, but... Or PC Bedrock, but still. Dab, thank you. Dab on the Minecraft crashes, because I'm not gonna care. Got it back, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on the console here. The server's always 50 ticks behind. How is that possible? Why is my Minecraft server always 50 ticks behind? Okay. Can't keep up as the server overloaded. Once the server starts, I log in with my account and it gives me this message. Can't keep up. Server overloaded, running 9,307 milliseconds or 186 ticks behind. Okay. Open up this Reddit link. We're gonna follow a nice chain here. Okay. Keeping up with can't keep up. Alright. How I learned to stop worrying and love /debug. Alright, well, been here, the game lags, and despite our best effort, the reason seems to remain an enigma. It's not 100% comprehensive, blah, blah, blah. There are 3 different main sources that lag can come from: server, network, or client. Okay, we're on network, or server, sorry. As we can see right there, it just did it again. Okay. Well, let me keep looking. The world's a single-player world. There is no network lag, but Minecraft does run single-player worlds as an internal server on your machine you are playing, so the server-client distinction does remain even in single-player worlds. This guy is focused on the third kind of lag, server lag. Server lag manifests as ticks per second. I'll go someone 2.3 trillion carrots for some steak. I'm getting some tea. Alright, sounds good, Beetle. The game wants to run at 20 ticks per second. If it is unable to complete all the things it wants to do in that 1/20th of a second, the tick rate begins to fall. Once the server runs more than 2,000 milliseconds behind, a message appears on the server console. Console thread warn. Can't keep up to the system time change, or is the server overloaded? Running number milliseconds behind. Skipping number ticks. If a single tick ever takes a full minute, the game will crash with a server watchdog fatal error. It is not a good idea to ignore server lag once the warning signs appear. It is fairly easy to end up with runaway tick loss, particularly due to bug MC12116. 96, okay. Overloaded servers pointlessly wait up to 50 milliseconds every couple ticks. That's what I have. Okay. So how do we fix said bug? The code changed in 1.13 pre-6. I'm pretty sure this is fixed now. Let me know if it isn't. I don't think it is. I mean, I'm having something similar here. Thinks the suggested fix does better, different than the current vanilla code. It says it's fixed, but I'm not 100% sold on that. Anyway, end game, your players might notice that consuming food, potions takes a bit longer than it should. The sun and moon jerk to the sky, and sometimes after breaking a block, it seems to flash for a moment and then finally drop as an entity. Full date night cycles take longer than IRL 20 minutes, and every player on the server is affected the same at the same time when this is happening, regardless of how good their connection is, or how good the client machines are. There are several factors to look at here: hardware, server config, and game-based. Hardware. For server specs recommendations, please look here. Alright. Windows, one player, 50 to 100 megabytes of RAM on its own, but in practicality, it will always be more if it's e.g. in different chunks, moving through chunks very quickly on a boat. Okay, so let's see. We usually use around about 10 different players at most, but we're usually running around 5 or 6 people. So that would usually be around the 5 gigabyte range for RAM. Okay. I'm assuming the CPU is just fine then. 25 gigabytes of empty space on the HDD or SSD, which I don't have access to that information. Minecraft servers can barely, but still run on a 1 megabit upload connection. The server will miss ticks with this hardware configuration. Well, I don't think it's that issue either. Okay. Or that's on Windows XP, okay. Windows Vista, server grade, GPU. Okay, Linux. Here we go. That's usually what we're actually on. Okay, we are on 6 gigs there. Although, it may not be a Linux server, I don't know. I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming it's Linux, but it could just be straight console. In which case, if it is, our server should be able to run 20 plus people, no issue. Okay, I recommend running a server backend that allows you to monitor system resources while the server is running. Personally, I use MCMyAdmin. It's free and wonderful. Let me go ahead and pick that up. I'll check that out a little later. Minecraft only ever use one CPU core, even if your machine has multiple cores. There is only a need for graphics processing if the machine in question is also running a client. For maximum server performance, you want to make sure that there is not too much stress on the CPU, which can be helped somewhat by dealing with other processes running on the machine. If you have an antivirus with a gaming mode, enable that mode. If you are running Windows 7, that's all stuff I don't have control over. It is very common instinct to just allocate more memory to a server that is struggling to keep up, but you should be aware that allocating more memory, you're also making the heap larger, meaning the server has to work harder with its CPU to do its garbage collection process. It's a bit of a trade-off. If you have an excellent processor and you implement G1GC, see server configuration section below, you can probably safely allocate 6 gigabytes or more of memory to your machine if your machine has it available. Do be aware that running a 32-bit system, the maximum amount of memory you'll ever be able to allocate is 1 gigabyte. The game auto-saves once every 45 seconds, which can cause a hard drive I/O bottleneck if the drive is under a lot of load. You'll want to make sure that there are not any processes running on the machine that scan or index the Minecraft server files in real time, like a backup service, antivirus, or Windows search indexing. So you want to add exceptions to those programs for the folders that contain the Minecraft world. I recommend running a Minecraft server on a separate drive from other stuff on the machine. It is even better if you can make that drive be an SSD or RAM disk, if and only if you are running an HDD, not an SSD. You may want to periodically defragment the drive to help improve disk I/O performance. Do not defragment SSDs. All right. Cause a TPS lag. In game, there are a bunch of different things that can contribute to server load. If you're going on a lag busting binge, here are some things to keep in mind. Repeating command blocks that are set to store their most recent output packets cause more lag. The ones that do not store their most recent output. If you have more than 64 block updates in a single chunk in a single tick, the game sends the whole chunk to be updated. Don't put a lot of fill clocks in the same chunk. Game loop function runs every single tick and can be taxing. Even if you're just using it for a single mob head function, I recommend using /game loop function for all. I do not recommend using it for all things like that, but instead making a simple clock and spawn chunks like this and running the function file that way. Okay, lighting updates are incredibly laggy. Try to make sure your redstone circuits with pistons, torches, repeaters, and comparators are all well lit to reduce the lighting updates from happening in your circuits. Don't have a lot of unnecessary flashing lamps either. Large numbers of fluid updates can be laggy while they are happening. Hoppers will constantly seek item entities to suck in unless there's a container above it. Regular solid blocks do not stop the seeking. That has actually changed in the most recent update. Minecraft 1.21 snapshots have started fixing that, so that's nice. I recommend using droppers to cover all along the hopper chains to prevent extra item seeking method from running every single tick for each hopper. Furnaces are not recommended anymore as they themselves get ticked, whereas droppers do not. Also note item entities floating on the ground will check an extra time with every hopper in the same subchunk, as if to see if it should be sucked up, even if the hopper cannot take it in. In this way, item entities on the ground and hoppers together can cause more lag than in each other on their own. It's best practice to make sure to follow a few item entities. There are a few item entities left lying around as possible. Entities, especially ones with AI, are probably the single laggiest thing in the game, and the single most common cause of massive server lag that most people experience. To see how many entities are in that area, press F3 in game and look at the fourth line. Left-hand side, number. The first number is the number of entities within your field of view, and that includes seeing through walls. The second is the total number of entities loaded around you. Entities include mobs, minecarts, boats, item frames, players, items, XP, orbs, etc. Basically anything that is not a block or tile entity. Server just struggled really badly there. Okay. Basically anything that is not a block or tile entity, large numbers of entities will cause the game to lag. Okay. So for us, we have 86 entities in the area. Now, if I go to the village, there are only 30 entities in my area. 50, really. Now, that's not awful. Okay, so it's not entities. I think we can pretty well safely assume that. If you know you're going to have large numbers of particular mob and farms constantly colliding with each other doing that jittery little dance, you can remove specific mobs' abilities to collide with each other by implementing a scoreboard team option for those entities. Remember, I recommend watching Asuma's video about it here. Do note that if you enable this fix for some mobs, those mobs will no longer cram themselves to death via max entity cramming if they become too numerous. So applying this fix universally to certain mob types like chickens or villagers, for example, could cause much larger lag problems if the mobs reproduce out of control. I recommend applying this fix only locally to farms you have confirmed will not reproduce out of control. So let me go ahead and open that link in a new tab. We're just going to go through and do a whole bunch of lag fixes after tonight's stream, probably. Entities with duplicate UUIDs will cause the server to lag severely. These are most frequently caused by the bug MC119971 and are only visible in the server console. They appear in the server console, for example, keeping entity Minecraft villager that already exists with UUID number, and fetching add packet for removed entity spam in the console. The only way to resolve this is to use the /kill command targeted at the UUID from the warning. So for the example mentioned, it would be kill without the quotes, and repeat the command until the game tells you that the target cannot be found. Do we have that issue? I kind of recall seeing something similar to that, but I don't know if I've seen that. Can't keep up. Can't keep up. Let's do a control F UUID. Okay, I don't think we're having that issue right now anyway. That was a 1.12.2 bug? Yeah, and a 1.13 bug apparently. Okay. Perhaps at first counterintuitive, being in a well-conditioned area causes more resources per tick to be spent on the mob spawning algorithm than would happen in a less well-conditioned area. If the mob cap is not reached, then the mob spawning algorithm keeps making attempts to spawn mobs in each chunk, as it keeps failing over and over again. However, do keep in mind that the resources used by this process is significantly less than the resources the mob entities themselves would use if you were at the mob cap. The act of generating new terrain is incredibly stressful on the server, especially if the player is moving quickly, like flying with Elytra. Some administrators like to pre-generate a large amount of terrain before opening the server to members, or while all members are offline, in order to reduce the stress on the server while people are trying to play. There's a bug regarding the DAT files in the world data folder, MC33134, which doesn't have a fix yet. These files are the ones that store map item data and structure data. The structure data contains massive MBT structures with data on every structure piece of every natural structure in the entire world, which is highly inefficient in terms of memory usage. These files in large quantities and sizes can cause some lag on their own as they get loaded into memory in their entirety when called on. The Minecraft structure files will balloon in size over the course of a normal world's life. If you delete these files, as some people recommend, then the structures that are already generated in your world, like witch huts, ocean monuments, and nether fortresses, for example, lose their special properties and thus will no longer spawn the special mobs like they should. Deleting map files will break in-game maps if they are used by your players. I seriously do not recommend you deleting any of these DAT files, even ones like mineshaft.dat, unless you absolutely have to. It could end up breaking future functionality of your existing structures, even if it doesn't end up breaking anything today. In your structure file, if your structure files are large and or your world has many maps, I recommend allocating more memory to the server to compensate if you are able to. Finally, if you made sure everything is running as smoothly as it can, but you're still experiencing lag, if you're still experiencing lag in game, let me now formally introduce you to your new best friend, the /debug command. You don't need carpet mod for /tick health, as there's seriously powerful functionality available in vanilla. /debug is the game's best secret. You can start a debug session by running debug start, and then stop a debug session by running debug stop. If you are looking at the server console when it is running, you'll see messages if something takes too long. When you stop a debug session, it will tell you how many seconds the session ran for and how many ticks happened during that time. By taking the number of ticks and dividing it by the number of seconds, you can calculate your tick rate. Okay. Okay. We'll run that for a little bit and then we'll see what happens. I am curious if it's doing anything in the other console. I have one pulled up in Discord and then I have one pulled up on the website. It doesn't appear to be doing anything, actually. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and combine all this back into one shulker then. At least all the things that are redstone related. Okay. Almost done here. Oh yeah, we'll go and take those out as well. I'm still not getting any, failed to run stuff in the console logs. So I'm wondering what's really going down there. Okay. Do that. Okay. More soul sand. I think that's duped soul sand. I think it duplicated itself. I don't know. I have to check back in the VOD later. Let me take all of the beds that I have and move those. Any full shulkers I have anyway. Okay. Let's actually make it go this way. Oops. Get one there. Let's see if we can find any TNT. I know I have some, I just don't know how much. Okay. The beacon. Where's the beacon? Right here? Yeah, move that as well. Okay, slash debug stop. Okay, it says in the console, 5,635 ticks after 281.72 seconds, which equals out to 20 ticks per second. Okay. So if I run slash TPS, it also says 20 ticks per second. Okay. Interesting. Even though just not too long ago, the server was running 50 ticks behind. Okay. Let's see. Running a debug session can itself cause some lag, so don't leave it running all the time. You can run around loading different dimensions or different people's bases to get an idea of the TPS performance in each area. As there may be something in a particular location causing server lag. The true power of slash debug comes in the profile log. It makes, each time slash debug is run, it makes a new profile or log file. In order to view the log, you need to have access to the server files after running a debug session. Debug profiler logs are saved in a folder called debug in the root of the folder containing your Minecraft save. The debug folder is found in the same place as the crash reports folder. The whitelist file, the world folder, the mods folder, the plugins folder, etc. The debug profiler logs are formatted carefully, so open them in a program like Notepad++ that maintains the formatting. Notepad won't cut it. Each log beautifully details how much percentage of each tick is taken up by various parts of the game. Let's see. Each row shows the proportion of the total time spent on a particular game activity. My first numbers in square brackets is the depth of the tree displayed at that point, starting with 0, 0 at the top level. All rows with 0, 0 at the same depth, and the percentage of their activities will sum to 100%. That's the first percentage in the row after a dash. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I really don't. I think I've got something that might at least help me out. I've got a couple of, some things that could help. But it's just a matter of waiting, I guess. Um, Okay. I am curious, so I'm gonna go back to spawn. And I'm going to run debug here. And just see if it does anything different. I'm gonna be right back. Give me a couple minutes and I'll catch you guys then. Okay, and we're back. How's it going, everybody? Let's do a debug stop here. Server can't keep up. Okay. Let me run over here just for a minute. Just kind of run around. Give it a second to not do better. Okay, debug stop. Okay, see if that goes to the console. It did. Down to 19.69 seconds. Which is pretty average considering the length of time I left it up. Okay, now there is a profiler log, they said, which I haven't taken a look at yet. So let's go see if I can look at this, and that should give me basically all the information I could ever need, if I can get there. So is it, I'm trying to remember, it's in logs, I think? No. It's in... Let me pull back open the guide. It says in the root of the folder containing your Minecraft save. The debug folder is found in the same place as the crash reports folder, the whitelist file, the world folder, and so on and so forth. Okay. Well, funny thing, I don't have that. Okay. Well, that's not good. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna have to figure out some of this stuff later. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of resources available to me that kind of maybe will help a little bit, so it's at least something. Let's go back to the village. And let's do at least something. I gotta make some amount of progress today, otherwise, you know, I won't have a good thumbnail for my VOD. So we gotta do something. It's just a matter of what. I gotta do something small as well. I'm not gonna be awake too much longer, I don't think. I'm gonna try to be a little bit awake, but I'm not gonna be super energetic, that's for sure. You can help me build my base. See, I could. Well, that sounds a little bit out of my league, I'm gonna be honest. How? Dude, have you seen your base? It's like, it's different than any style that I build in. I haven't touched that style before. Or it's been a while anyway. I don't know if I could make it work, you know? Let me think. I could do some of the volcano. I think that was last thumbnail though, so we gotta be careful. I don't want the same thing over and over again, you know? I know, we could start planning some stuff over... Do you at least have a bunch of bookshelves? I actually might. Let me see. Our TPS is dropping again. Maybe not. It's just my ping. Okay. So slash home. Let me see if I have some bookshelves. I do have some bookshelves, yes. I'll be at spawn here in a couple of seconds. There you go. Have fun. Okay. Oh boy. What was I gonna do? Right. Let me take my netherrack. Right here. I'm gonna take it up through the mountains. Uh-oh. That was a little... Yep. Uh... Um... Alright. Uh... Could be my fish farm. I don't think it is. I... I don't know. It usually would tell you what's the cause. As far as I've been able to find, it doesn't. It's just kind of shrugging its shoulders and accepting defeat. For some reason, the server is running permanently 50 ticks behind. I don't know why. You should go to bed. I mean, at this point I should, but I really don't want to leave the server in this state either. So even if I do in stream, I'm gonna be doing server work. I don't know. I just don't know. It doesn't make sense is the other thing. Like, the server was running fine. We never added any plugins that would have made it start crashing like when it did. The only thing we've changed now in between crashes was we've updated to 1.20.4 and we've updated all of our plugins, and then we added a couple new ones on top of it. But it hasn't even made our lag worse. It has made the crashes happen more frequently, but it wouldn't be a cause for the crashes in the first place. I truly think what's happening is the server hard drive is filling. It's the only thing that makes sense. So that infinite SSD that Shockfight, gave us isn't actually infinite. Probably. Cause I have 6 gigs of RAM from them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's an NVMe SSD, unlimited disk space. Recommended player slots is 60. I mean, they can't even really tell me that I don't have enough RAM, I don't think, because if the recommended player slots is 60, I mean, we're running not even a tenth of that and it's still crashing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, literally, my server plane is recommended for modding. It's built to be modified. Like, run, mod packs with, what is it called? Like, Forge or whatever. Next server plan is $20 extra a year, which isn't the worst. But I don't think it's gonna fix it. I think this is honestly a CPU issue. And if it's the CPU that's at fault here, no matter how much RAM I throw at it, it's not gonna make it better, it's just gonna get worse. And if it's not a CPU issue, then it is the hard drives. And if it is the hard drives, then Shockbyte either needs to, give me my unlimited SSD storage like they claim I have, or they need to tell me that it's not actually unlimited and I can sue them for false advertisement. Because the only reason it would be doing this, basically, as far as I can tell, is the SSD only gets slow when it's full, or getting close to full. And that's the only reason it would affect Minecraft, is if Minecraft has less than 20 gigabytes really to work with. I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, as long as I have 35 gigabytes of space empty, it should be fine. I don't know. Yeah, let me go ahead and just end stream them. It's early, but, I can't do much about it. I'll work on something tonight. Maybe I'll get the server running again, who knows, but in the meantime, there's a problem somewhere. I gotta see if I can figure out a way to fix it. But, let's, drop by. Is he ending his stream too? He might be. Well, let's try to raid him before he does, because I don't want him to end stream and then come over here, because I'm about to. So let's go say hello to justcause_live. He is currently on Dead by Daylight. I don't know how long he's going to be over there, but you guys should hop in, go say hello, and all those things. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all hopefully again a little later. Good night, guys.
you.